America is a nation with a long history and many different cultures. As a consequence, it has a vast variety of laws that capture the distinctive traditions and customs of various geographical areas. To outsiders, several of these regulations could appear a little odd or unclear. In this blog post, we will take a look at the top 10 craziest and confusing laws in the United States. Before starting, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. So let's start. Number 1. In Alabama, it is illegal to wear a fake mustache in church that causes laughter. This legislation reflects the era when individuals were required to act properly inside of churches since they were seen as hallowed spaces. The legislation was probably put in place to prohibit any disturbances or diversions during religious sessions. This regulation serves as a reminder of the value formerly put on decorum and respect in religious situations, even if it may appear weird and archaic to us now. Number 2. In Arizona, hunting camels is prohibited. When camels were brought to the U.S. in the late 1800s for military purposes, this regulation was drafted. The camels were then let loose into the wild, where they became a problem for farmers. Arizona makes it unlawful to hunt camels in order to stop the killing of these animals. This legislation serves as an illustration of how laws may be created in response to certain situations and how those situations might evolve through time. Since there are now so few wild camels in Arizona, it is doubtful that anybody would face legal repercussions for killing them. It serves as a reminder of how unforeseen effects may result from human behavior and how rules must change to reflect evolving situations. Number 3. In California, it is illegal to whistle for a lizard. To stop individuals from upsetting the tranquility in residential neighborhoods by whistling for lizards, this regulation was drafted in the early 1900s. This ban was probably put into place in reaction to a particular occurrence or issue brought on by lizard whistling. This statute is perhaps more of a curiosity now than it is a binding norm. But it serves as a reminder of how laws may be drafted to deal with particular problems, and how those problems could evolve over time. Number 4. In Georgia, it is illegal to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole or street lamp. Early in the 20th century, this regulation was created to stop people from mistreating animals by tying them up in public spaces. This statute serves as a reminder of how legislation may be created to save animals from mistreatment and demonstrates the era's growing concern for animal welfare. Given that giraffes are not native to the United States and that it is improbable that anybody would have access to one, it is doubtful that anyone would face legal consequences for tying a giraffe to a telephone pole. This legislation serves as a reminder of the need for laws to change to reflect evolving situations and the need of safeguarding animals from cruelty. Number 5. In Indiana, it is illegal to catch a fish with your bare hands. This rule was created in the early 1900s to encourage the use of fishing equipment rather than hand-catching fish in order to improve the protection of fish stocks. This statute serves as an example of how legislation might be drafted to support sustainability and conservation. This regulation is probably still in effect today since it is seen to be a crucial step in preventing overfishing of fish species. It acts as a reminder of the importance of protecting the environment and the effects of human activity. Number 6. In Kentucky, dyeing a duckling blue and offering it for sale is prohibited. In order to stop humans from mistreating animals by giving them strange colors, this regulation was drafted in the early 1900s. This statute illustrates how legislation might be drafted to safeguard animals from cruelty and neglect, and it demonstrates the era's growing concern for animal welfare. This regulation is probably still in effect today since it is seen to be a crucial step in preventing animal cruelty. It serves as a reminder of how crucial it is to treat animals kindly and respectfully. Number 7. In Massachusetts, it is illegal to go hunting in a cemetery. Early in the 20th century, this legislation was created to prohibit hunting in graves and other holy locations. This legislation is meant to serve as a reminder of how important it is to treat holy spaces with respect and decorum. In cemeteries, which are revered places, hunting is not permitted since it is disrespectful. This legislation is a reminder that laws may be created to preserve a feeling of regard and seriousness while also protecting precious locations. Number 8. In Mississippi, it is illegal to teach others what polygamy. In the late 1800s, this rule was created to prohibit the practice of polygamy, which was largely seen as immoral. To stop the spread of this practice, the legislation was put into place. Given that polygamy is now permitted in the U.S., it seems probable that this regulation is no longer upheld. This statute serves as a reminder of the way in which social values and beliefs may alter over time and the way in which laws must evolve to reflect those changes. Number 9. In New Jersey, it is illegal to frown at a police officer. In order to guarantee that police personnel be treated with respect, this legislation was drafted in the early 1900s. The legislation was probably put into place to ensure discipline and order among the police force. Considering that it is now seen as an infringement of the right to free speech, it is probable that this regulation is not enforced. This statute serves as a reminder of the way in which laws may be enacted to deal with particular problems, and how those problems may evolve through time. It also serves as a reminder of how crucial it is to uphold people's rights despite the need to maintain discipline and order. Number 10. In North Carolina, it is illegal to use elephants to plow cotton fields. To stop the maltreatment of elephants by utilizing them for physical work, this regulation was drafted in the late 1800s. This legislation acts as a reminder of the significance of stopping animal abuse and the effects of human behavior on animal welfare. Although it's improbable that anybody would utilize an elephant to clear a field in this day and age, elephants are not native to North America. This statute is nevertheless a part of the state's legal tradition. Although some people may find these laws unusual or perplexing, they serve as a reminder of historical practices and challenges as well as the ways in which laws might be drafted to address certain situations. They also serve as a reminder of the value of safeguarding the environment and wildlife. These statutes continue to be a part of American legal history and culture, even if their enforcement may have varied throughout time. These laws serve as a reminder that regulations vary and evolve throughout time in response to changing circumstances and cultural ideals rather than being constant. This is it for today's video. What do you think of our video? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Thanks for watching.